Earth is unique. It's not just another planet. It's the only planet in our solar system where life, as we know it, is even possible. Now, what happens when you step foot or even try to survive in any of the others? The short answer is you won't. Let's break down the harsh realities of our solar system one planet at a time. Starting with Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. But that doesn't mean it's hot all over. On its day side, temperatures can reach up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit. And on its night side, temperatures drop below minus 330 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a swing of about 1100 degrees in a single rotation. To make things worse, Mercury has no real atmosphere. Protection from solar radiation isn't a thing. You'd get cooked. The surface is attacked by deadly particles, and there's no oxygen to breathe, which makes Mercury a very unpleasant place to visit. Moving on to number 2, Venus. Venus is often called Earth's twin because of its size, but that's where the similarities end. Its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere creates a runaway greenhouse effect, pushing temperatures to up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, making it even hotter than Mercury, even though it's further away from the sun. But that's not all. Venus's atmosphere is laced with sulfuric acid, and the pressure on the planet is 92 times that of which you'll experience on Earth. Due to the pressure, your body would be crushed before even the heat or acid began to touch you. Number 3, Mars. It's often considered humanity's backup plan, but it's far from friendly. The atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide, and just 1% the pressure of Earth's atmosphere. Without an adequate spacesuit, your blood would begin to boil due to the low pressure. And while Mars is colder than Antarctica, its lack of breathable air and radiation exposure does not make this a fun planet to go to. Add to that planet-wide dust storms that can last weeks. It makes the idea of living here less appealing. Number 4, Jupiter, a gas giant. That means it has no real surface that you can stand on. But even if you could survive the crushing gravity, flying through its atmosphere would be your last trip. As you begin to descend into the planet, the pressure would begin to crush you before you even had a chance to reach the core. Jupiter's storms, like the huge red spot, are massive hurricanes that dwarf the size of Earth. The winds alone clock in at 400 miles an hour. It would tear apart anything in its path. Number 5, Saturn. Saturn is also a gas giant, much like Jupiter, but it's a lot less dense. It could actually float on water. But don't let that fool you, it's not a harmless planet. The atmosphere is made up of a chaotic mix of helium and hydrogen, and diving into the planet would crush you just as fast as Jupiter. Now at this point you might be asking, well, what about those rings? Well, those rings are beautiful, but they're also deadly. Made up of icy debris moving at thousands of miles an hour, it would tear apart any spacecraft that attempted to fly through it. Number 6, Uranus. It's classified as an ice giant with a thick atmosphere made up of helium, hydrogen, and methane. Temperatures dip below negative 370 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold enough to freeze almost any material. The planet's interior is made up of exotic ice formations caused by extreme pressure. Now add in winds reaching 560 miles an hour. Now you really have a party. I think we can safely say that Uranus isn't a planet anybody can live on. Number 7, Neptune. Neptune is the furthest planet from the sun, and it's also an ice giant. The winds inside Neptune are among the fastest in our entire solar system, clocking in at over 1,200 miles per hour. And you can imagine, winds of that speed will cut through anything. Temperatures are equally as extreme as Uranus. There's no solid ground to stand on. If you found yourself inside the planet, you'd either freeze or get chopped up by the wind, or probably both, so I wouldn't recommend visiting. But it is crazy to think that everywhere else in the solar system, millions of miles apart, Earth, as far as we know, is the only one where there's life. We have plants, animals, humans. We have a balanced ecosystem. I mean, what are the odds? It's pretty amazing and makes you appreciate what we have here on this planet. So before you go traveling space looking for something else, just remember it's going to be really hard to find something just as comfortable as Earth. Understanding the extremes that are going on in all these other planets highlights the specialness of our own. I want to thank you for exploring the solar system with me. I hope you found a new appreciation for Earth. And it's fun to know how extreme our neighbors are. Consider subscribing to Iron Math Industries. If there's anything else you want to learn about, you want to explore further, make sure you let me know in the comments. Till next time, remember, keep looking up.